Benito Antoñito is a little boy that I met in a little town southwest of Mexico, which is called Guasave. I belong to a group called the League of the Flying Doctors of Mercy, and we are a nonprofit organization. It's made up of volunteers, and we go down there to this little village once a month, and we give free medical care to 300 to 400 people. Little Benito Antonio was born with a deformity of his feet, and otherwise, physically, emotionally, he was a normal child, except he had bilateral club foot, which is the feet are turned in. He was starting to notice that people were looking at him and pointing at his feet, and there were certain things he couldn't do. He couldn't kick the ball very well like other children, or ride a tricycle. Those are the things he couldn't do. Mom would have to carry him most of the time to most places, and she had no money to fix it, and she was hoping maybe we could help her out. And so I talked to the surgeons and doctors here at the Children's Hospital, and they agreed, so we decided to bring him up. There are a lot of people like that down there that have not had their feet fixed when they were young. They can't walk very much. They can walk a few steps, but then they get tired and have problems with their feet. So they usually stay at home in one place and just in one room and do not have productive lives. And so when we told Mom, yes, we can bring him up, I mean, she was overjoyed, because this was going to change his whole life, and this was something that they couldn't do at home. She, first of all, asked how and when, and she was very nervous. She's never left her little town. And she was very apprehensive, very nervous, and she said, fine, I'll do it because it's for my little boy's benefit.
When Benito first came to us, his feet were quite remarkably deformed. They were literally upside down. He'd been walking on the tops of them, so he developed these large calluses, size of golf balls, on the tops of his feet.
Right there, he's got a big callus on his foot from walking on it like that, instead of on the bottom of his foot. This has never touched the ground.
Children's hospitals are such special places because everybody is geared towards the children. They know how the children feel. The people in the hospital try to make the children comfortable.
Well, the procedure is really broken down to about 30 steps. The clubfoot deformity itself is a complex congenital defect. The bones of the feet are malformed, and they're also malpositioned. What's involved is putting those bones back together in as normal fashion as possible, lining them up and kind of shish kebabbing them with a small pin. And at the same time, one has to release all the muscles, lengthen the tendons. So there's about 30 little steps to the operation to try to get the foot all the way around into what we call a plantigrade position, where it's flat and you get the sole flat on the ground.
Dr. Shaw did the procedure of fixing the club feet. He was in the hospital for a couple of days.
Our short-term goal for him was to get him to fit in with the other kids at the village, be able to wear shoes, be able to walk like a normal child and participate in play activities. His initial reaction, I think, was somewhat fearful, only 3, and what this was going to be like. He immediately walked and right on his feet, and it was very joyful. When his cast came off, that was a dramatic moment for everybody involved. But it's very gratifying to me to be able to intervene in a dramatic fashion using fairly standard surgical techniques to make such a difference in somebody's life.
I am so grateful to Children's Hospital. With their help, my son's life is changed forever.
It was a great thing for Dad to see him coming down with the feet in the right position.
He's not going to be a track star. He won't be a midfielder, but there's no reason why he couldn't be an excellent goalie.
Our clinic was there just a few days ago. He's running, he's walking just like any other little boy, and he can kick a ball. He can play soccer like the other kids. So it's just great to see him that he's normal now.